Hi, welcome to the Nadine and Rummer Burstein show.
I'm Nadine and this is my correspondent Rummer.
Hey everyone, welcome back. This edition, we're going to be talking about the basic grammar rules that everyone in our modern day society seems to not know. What's up with that? Nadine, where should we start on this lesson?
Well, I think we should start with the predicate nominative because not very many people are familiar with that. A predicate nominative is essentially a noun or pronoun following a verb and essentially describes or renames the subject.
Wow. Here's a quick tip to help you with your predicate nominatives. If you can insert an equal sign in the place of the verb and the two words on the other sides of the verb still work, then it's probably right.
So for example, with the sentence, she is pretty, you can easily insert an equal sign instead of is and it'll be she equals pretty, and it still makes sense because you're talking about the subject.
You think I'm pretty?
No. The next thing we're going to talk about is
the direct object. Hey! We've decided to take the Nadine and Rummer Burstein show to the road.
Rummer, what is a direct object?
A direct object follows action verbs. It answers whom or what about them.
For example, I booked the ticket. The ticket is the direct object. Hey, I'm exiting the car. In this case, the car is the direct object. Bye now!
Hey there, I'm entering the house. The house in this case is the direct object. Of course it will open now.
Oh, hello. Nadine, what's next?
We're going to learn about objects of prepositions and prepositions themselves.
Hi! We're here in Joplin, Missouri in a tornado!
But wait, it's a preposition storm! Like to, with, and from!
Ah! These were prepositions.
About,
Behind,
from,
on,
toward,
above,
beneath,
between,
in front of.
instead of.
What follows the preposition is the object of the preposition. So for example, into the water is the object of the preposition, and into is the preposition itself. The whole phrase is called a prepositional phrase.
Our next lesson is about clauses. A clause is simply a group of words that contains a subject and a verb in the English language. There are two types of clauses.
There are independent clauses and there are dependent clauses. An independent clause can stand alone, however, a dependent clause cannot. An independent clause is essentially a sentence. It contains a subject and a verb and is a complete thought. So basically what I just said, that was an independent clause. However, a dependent clause is completely different. A dependent clause cannot stand alone.
Hey! Nadine, what's our next and final lesson gonna be?
It's going to be about indirect objects, People get those confused all the time with direct objects.
Join us while we learn about indirect objects and hang out. An indirect object usually precedes a direct object. It usually answers to whom or for what about the direct object.
Hello, Rummer.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
I'm pretty good. Are you going to give Mr. Cassio a high five for winning states?
Of course I am, but Rummer, you just used an indirect object and a direct object.
I did?
Mr. Cassio was the indirect object because it was to or from a person. And high five was the direct object.
Wow.
What do you know?
Thanks for joining us on this week's edition of the Nadine and Rummer Burstein show covering Washington Grammar Week.
Join us next time.
See ya! Hi, nice to see you again. Today,
Go ahead, please.
what's the first one we're going to talk about today?
We're going to discuss the predicate and nominative because really, who do you think was going to say yes if you asked them that if what they So sometimes I have a hard time remembering what a predicate
Hey!
And it's raining. It's a rainstorm.
A direct object. You're supposed to mouth my words.
Oh.
Like a hair sticking up.
Keep it.
Okay. No, you're retarded. Stop texting.